Okay.
Okay, friends, today we're going to talk about community helpers and how we can be good citizens. Okay, so I have a visitor who's going to present for us today. So remember, when she's talking, we're going to keep our listening ears on. We're not going to talk. Maddie, okay? We're not going to talk. We're going to be respectful. If you have a question, I'm going to have you raise your hand. Adia's here. Sound good? Adia, where were you?
Oh, love the dress.
Late. Come on in. Okay.
Ooh.
Miss Fry's in trouble. Do you want to sit in the rocking chair or you can stand? Whatever. Okay, this is Officer Covington, and she's going to talk to us about what she does in the community and how you can be a good citizen, why she likes her job, what she does. How many of you guys know a lot about police officers?
No.
No? Are they scary people?
Yes.
Are they good or bad?
Good.
Good. They're good people?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. All right. So she's just going to talk to us for a little. We're going to keep our voices off. Sound good?
All right, so we've got third graders here, right?
Yes.
Thank you for the invitation to come speak to your classroom today. I'm very excited to be here. I am actually a school resource officer, okay? Does anybody know what that is?
No.
No, it's a lot of words, right? School resource officer. Well, I am part of the community-oriented policing division, which is the police officers that go out into the community, okay? Have any of you ever seen a police officer in a school before?
Yes.
Okay. When you get to middle school and high school in Blue Valley, you will have an officer assigned to your school, okay? I encourage you to get to know that person. They're not scary. They're there to know. Remember, school resource officer. The middle part of that word is resource. That means we are here to help you not just, with the law, but we're here, if your family's going through a tough time, if you're having problems with certain friends, or if you're getting pressure to do certain things, we can help you out and ways on how to deal with that. So, but obviously, how did you know I was a police officer?
Your badge.
Uniform. My uniform, my badge, right? The way I look. The gun. Right? The gun, yes. Only police officers are allowed to carry weapons in school, but we all look the same, all police officers. Our uniforms might be a different color, but if you're ever out, let's say, does anybody ever go to the mall with their mom or dad?
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten separated from your parents in a crowd? Okay. Well, raise your hand if you know your full address, your phone number, and your name. All of it, by heart. No? Okay. Well, I'm not surprised. A lot of third graders don't know that. In fact, in kindergarten, we start learning that, don't we? I really encourage you to know mom and dad's first name. They have real names, not just mom and dad, okay? Know your address, because if you were to get lost in a crowded place like that, you could look for somebody like me, and we will help you get reconnected with your family, okay?
One time I got lost in a grocery store and I could not find my mommy or daddy.
What did you do?
I went to the front people and they called my mommy's name over the internet.
Okay.
I just cry when that.
And a good tip that we like to tell people is to go find another mommy with kids. Because most moms with kids are safe people to go with, and they're nurturing, and they want to help kids, right? So if you can't find somebody in a uniform, look for another mom with kids, okay? I'm glad you brought that up. Very good. Okay, so we all established police officers help people, right? Now, I help people in the school, but we have other police officers that help the general community. Do you guys know what number you would call if you had an emergency in your house?
911.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
911.
911. Okay. Now let's back up. What is an emergency? Anybody tell me what an emergency is?
If your house is on fire.
If your house is
If
on
you
fire.
can't
When
find
my
your
walk-
Someone's
Oh,
bleeding.
raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Raise your hand, guys.
If there's a burglar.
If there's a burglar.
Burglar?
Okay.
If your dog runs away. No.
I'm glad you brought that up. That would be really bad as a kid, right, if your dog ran away. But that wouldn't necessarily be an emergency where you would need a police officer, a firefighter, or a paramedic, right? There's a difference. Now, if your dog ran away, I would be really sad, but you might tell your parents first, okay, or an adult in your house. That's a good idea. Good, I'm glad you brought that up, because while that would be very scary and sad, police officers and firefighters are there for very specific reasons, right? Like you said, a burglar in your house. Or let's say you're home alone for about an hour because mom and dad ran to the store, and you hear a noise and you don't know what it is. You could call 911, and we would stay on the line with you, okay? That's a really good example.
Ooh, I know one.
Uh-huh.
If my mommy wasn't waking
Listen
up,
up. If your mom wasn't waking up,
Yeah.
she's sleeping. Yeah. Or,
So
and
she's not.
she's not sleeping, and she's not breathing maybe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good example. Now, I have had kids, I sometimes work in the dispatch area, and so it's really important for kids to remain calm, because it's a very scary situation, especially if somebody you love is not acting right. So, you have to speak clearly, and again, it kind of goes back to knowing your address, right? You have to know your address by heart, because in a very stressful situation, you want that information to get across as quickly as possible, right? So, good. Yeah, and we would send the appropriate help. We might send a police officer, we're definitely gonna send the paramedics or the ambulance. And sometimes firefighters go first, because sometimes firefighters are cross-trained. They do medical assistance as well. So, good, I'm glad you brought that up. Does anybody have any other questions on what police officers might do or how they help? Uh-huh.
If police officers are good people, why'd they pull my mommy over?
Good question. Well, I bet you guys have some recess rules, right?
Yeah.
That you have to follow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, running.
Well, no running, maybe you have to go down the slide down.
No,
and
indoor
everything
recess,
else.
right?
Okay, listen up. Well, adults have a set of rules too. Imagine how crazy and chaotic it would be if everybody just drove on however they wanted, right? But we all know that red means stop, yellow means yield, right, slow down, and green means go. So those are just rules that adults and people who drive need to know to keep the rest of us safe.
Why do we
Mommy
need
was
those
bad.
rules? Why do we need those rules? What would happen if we didn't have those?
Her mommy was bad. Bad.
We would get hurt.
We would get hurt, right? If there was no, she wasn't bad. I
It's
go
just a
pulled
bad
over too.
choice. It's just a bad choice.
She's not a bad
We
person.
were
bad.
Bad
It was,
teacher.
just because you break. Okay. This is
It-
bad.
Maddie's
You're
right,
right.
she
Your mom
ran
isn't a bad
recess.
person.
I did.
Listen,
okay.
but does everybody see the difference between kids breaking rules and sometimes adults break rules, right? And so, police officers kind of help the adults when they can't come to an agreement. And it doesn't have to be, driving. It could also be, let's say there's two neighbors and somebody's dog keeps barking all the time and the other neighbor is tired of hearing it. Police officers get called in to kind of help settle that dispute too. I know on TV it kind of seems like we go around shooting everybody all day, right? And tires out and windows out. We don't do that in real life police work, okay? We're responsible for every bullet that's in our gun. So unless somebody's shooting at us or shooting at somebody else, we don't pull this out. A lot of our job is talking and resolving conflicts. You guys have conflicts in third grade?
Yeah.
And sometimes you need somebody else to come in and help you with those conflicts, right? Like teachers, you probably have a school counselor, you have a principal that you can go to if you need some of that help, okay? When you get to high school and middle school, you'll have a school resource officer to kind of add to that, okay?
I have a question, officer. What can we do as third graders right now, and maybe when we get in high school, to be good citizens?
Good question. I bet you all, you play outside in your front yard? Play with some friends, maybe they do. So you probably know which cars belong there and which ones don't you? So if you see a car driving by slowly and they don't, you've never seen them in the neighborhood, you could tell your parents, okay, don't go up to the car. If a car says, hey, can you give me directions or can you help me find my dog? Don't do that. An adult would not ask a child for directions or to help them, okay? But we rely on you and your parents as the eyes and ears of our community. So we rely on you to tell us when something is not right, okay? And to be good witnesses, that's what it's called. It's a big word, but basically you're just telling us what you see, okay? So you could do that. Now let's say you're at school, certainly following the rules of the school building, right? And it would kind of go the same if you were at school and you see somebody walking down and you're like, hey, they don't have a school badge, or you're not sure why they're in the building. Just let your teacher know, and she'll take care of it. She'll notify the appropriate school staff, okay? Because we want a safe learning environment, right? Everybody wants to be safe at school. I know I do, right? So those are just a few things you can do at school and in your community, okay? Just look out for each other, right?
What do you like best about your job?
I like that it is different every day. when I go to work every day, you never know what's gonna happen. So, sometimes days are boring, and sometimes days are active and you can't catch your breath, but it's different every day. So, and I don't really have an office or a cubicle door really to shut. I'm kind of on the go and meeting a lot of new people all the time.
Have you ever had to use your gun?
I train on it at least monthly, and I have to qualify on it once a year, but I have never had anybody pull a gun on me, therefore I've never pulled it out on anybody. Now, when we do building checks, if we have an alarm late at night, I've had to do that, but those have either been false alarms or the person's been long gone. But yeah, I am trained. Before I was a police officer, I never handled a gun, so there are some safe rules that I want you all to think about. Because some people in their homes do own guns for hunting or, personal reasons. So anytime you see a gun, I want you to just automatically think, that gun could hurt me or my friend. So do not touch it, okay? If you're at a friend's house, I just want you to tell the closest adult, because they may not be aware that that gun is out, okay? Or let's say you're at the park, okay, and you see what looks like a gun on the ground. Do not poke it with a stick, do not try to touch it, tell an adult, okay? Make a phone call. You can always call 911 and we'll come secure that, especially because let's say you don't do anything about that. What could happen? Somebody else could come and touch it. Some little kid who didn't get this education you're getting right now will pick it up and hurt themselves. So make sure you tell an adult or call that 911 number and we'll take care of that, okay? All right.
Do you have any more questions before she leaves? No, I think we're good.
Well, you have a very good
Can we give
class
a big
here.
thank you to Officer Covington?
Thank you. Have a good rest of the day.
We appreciate you coming. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's gonna arrest you.
Yeah, I was gonna have her come in and say, "Is Tammy Fry here?" and then start to arrest her, but I didn't think Mrs. Fry would like that very much. So, what do we think? Was she scarier now?
No.
Less scary? Did she do a lot of things that help us?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna talk about community helpers, people in our community that work together and do services for other people. So we're gonna write a big list on the board, okay, and then we'll do something with it right after.
I'll write it.
So we're gonna raise our hands. You wanna help write? Okay, how about this?
I wanted to help
Hold
write.
on, if we keep our voices off, if you name one and it is a community helper, I will let you come up and write it on the smart board. Sound good? Okay. If we raise our hands and keep our voices off. Firefighter. Good.
I said that one.
Rachel. It's okay as long as you keep
I'm
your
not
voice
playing
off
anymore.
and use your raise your hand, and you can come up right too. Okay. When she was talking about the school resource officer, they also call them SRO. Okay. School resource officer. Firefighter. Good. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Doctor. Good. You want to come up and write it? Let's try to write real small so we can. Because there's so many people in our community. There's so many helpers, and we want to try to name them all. As many as we can. Doctor. Okay. Yes, Maddie. Teachers. Teachers. Oh, that's a very good one. Let's come write that. Good. Okay. Yes. Which one?
The mailman.
Mailman. Ooh, that's a good one. Come on. Oh, that's really large. Yeah, that's great. Good one, though. Good.
She didn't spell that right.
Well, there. Okay. Ready? I'm right up here. Do we have any more?
Police.
Police. Okay, we have SROs. We've all read police as well.
I want to write it.
Okay, you can write it right here.
Okay.
Do we have any more? Yes.
Mommy and Daddy.
Mommy and Daddy. Sure. We can write them. Come up and write it, Addie? Small?
No.
No? I'll write it for you. Ooh, good one.
I'll write it.
Mommy and Dad. Mom and Dad. Okay. Do we
I
have any more?
can't see that. It needs to be bigger.
Do we have any more?
That's
Is that all? Is that really all? Who else helps us?
Oh,
What about when we...
his name is Ken, and he helps me cross the street when I leave school.
Oh, that's a good one. So, cross...
Walkers. Walker
Crosswalkers.
crossers.
My last name's Walker. My last name's Walker.
Hold on, or else
Press
I'm
extend
Can I write his name?
Teacher.
Can I write his name?
Well, we're gonna write crosswalker.
Okay.
Streetwalker.
Crossing guard.
Crossing guard. Very good.
I
say streetwalker.
She wants to ride.
If we can keep our voices off, you guys can't write it on the
street
board.
walker.
Maddie, listen.
Street walker.
Crossing guard. See? Hold on, move out the way so then your shadow doesn't get on it. There we go, all better. Okay, keep our voices up.
Ice cream man.
Ice cream man.
Yeah, I like ice cream.
That works too.
He doesn't
Says
know.
ice cream.
My
Mommy
favorite
says I'm not allowed to go get ice cream by
Okay,
myself.
are you ready?
Me too.
Right up, guys.
My
What
neighbor
did I say
got
about
abducted
voices
by
up?
ice cream man.
What did I say about voices up? Or else I'm gonna have to call Officer Covington back. She has handcuffs. She didn't show us them, but she has them right out here. Okay. Keep our voices up. You're all third graders. You're big kids.
My mom got arrested once.
Do we have more? Do we have more? Guys, voices up. Do we have any more community helpers? Who else? Who else? What about when our tooth gets knocked out? What do we
And
do?
what?
A tooth fairy.
Ooh, dentist. Good. Tooth fairy helps too. Okay.
Santa.
Santa isn't real.
Guys, Maddie, not okay. Close your mouth, please. Voice is off. Voice is off.
You're
Dentist.
laughing at us.
I heard one more. What about when we go
You're
to
laughing
the,
at us.
What happens? I'm not laughing at you. What happens when we go to the library? What do we get at the library?
Librarian.
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 Librarian. Come up and write.
Librarian.
Maddie, I need you to close your mouth. You need to stop talking. Do we have more? Or do you think this is a pretty good list?
We need more. The grocery.
What about
The milkman. We don't do that anymore.
Okay, what about what did she say? Hold on, what did she say? There's firemen.
Not real.
The person
And a police officer. Who was the third?
Paramedics.
An ambulance. Good. Paramedics. Guys, voices off.
Aren't those doctors?
Christine.
Yeah.
Please keep your voice off.
She's just telling me about why her mom got arrested.
Okay, thank you.
Ooh, I wanna know.
I'm sure it's a
Okay,
great.
so
Hold on.
she-
No. I'm sure it's a great story, but we'll save it for later. Okay.
Tell us
Okay.
at recess.
Hold on. We're gonna do one more and then we're gonna break up. Listen, if you're good, then we can be in pairs. If not, you're gonna have to work by yourself. Okay? Can we keep our voices off until we do this? Can we do our next activity so you can work together?
Yes. Go to recess.
Okay. We're gonna do paramedics.
She doesn't know how to spell paramedics.
Maddie.
What about the school nurse?
That's a good one. See, I knew we had some more.
My dad helps the community. He works for Dunkin' Donuts.
What about
Okay.
my cat?
Do we have any more real serious ones that are good community helpers?
My
or do we
cat.
think this is a good list?
My cat kills
Your
rats.
taxi driver? Who's
My
your
cat
taxi
kills
driver?
rats around my
What about
neighborhood.
Who takes the tax? My babysitter.
I do. Okay, I think that's a pretty good list. Are we happy with this list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pilot.
What did I say or else you have to
A
work by yourself?
babysitter.
Babysitter.
I said that.
Idea said
She,
that too.
Christine said pilot.
Guys, what did I say?
I don't know.
What about the pretty ladies that are on the plane and then
What did
they
I
give
say?
you snacks?
About voices. Or else we're not gonna work together. Okay? Listen up. Do we have, we'll take one more.
Pilot.
Pilot, good. Okay, that's our last one. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair you off. Listen. Okay, I'm going to pair you off. One person is going to get a computer. One person is going to do the writing. Okay? So, I'll let you pick your partners, but you have to work together well, which means you need to keep your voices at an inside voice level. Okay? Sound good? Should we do, you can pair up however you want in twos. Everyone needs a partner.
I need a partner.
Yep, perfect number. Everyone gets one partner.
Oh, you already got another
What?
Soldier.
Soldier, that's a good one.
Oh!
I like that one. This is a good list you guys made. Okay, pair up. Maybe you want to do whoever's right next to you, you can.
Bus
Laurel,
driver.
S on the end.
You two. You two. Okay, one person needs a computer.
My computer broke.
Let's keep our voices up. One person gets a computer and one person is going to do the writing. Okay. Okay, I need to see, once you have your partner, please raise your hand and I'll come out and give you a paper. Okay, here's your worksheet. This is your write-up, your project. Okay, let's sit next to your partner. So Brooke, come over here. Here we go.
So close.
Okay, so did you decide who's going to use the computer and who's going to write?
Yeah.
Okay, does everybody have that worked out?
I put my name on there.
What am I supposed to do with my computer?
Okay. Okay, what we're going to do research. I'm going to give out each group one of our community helpers. You're going to research them and answer the questions on here. Does that sound okay? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Once you know which one you want to do, I want you to raise your hand.
Firefighter.
Firefighter? Okay, you can have firefighter. You said soldier.
Babysitter.
Well, you're working together, so you have to choose.
No, we're working together.
Oh, you're working with Abby? Okay. Soldier? Babysitter? Police.
No.
Oh, we wanted that's okay. There are a lot more good ones too.
Do SRO, they're just like police.
Well, let's pick a whole different one. We'll do police and SRO is the same thing. You can do either police hold on. You can do police as a whole or SRO.
We're pilot.
Pilot? Does there someone
We're
already?
doing soldiers.
Okay. Had an idea, what did you want to do? School nurse, paramedic,
You can do the ice cream man.
crossing guard,
teacher.
teacher's a good one.
Or
You want to do teacher? There's a
Or the
lot
ice
of
cream
great
man.
teachers. Doctor's a good one. Doctor? Teacher?
They're doing ice cream man.
Which one?
Vice plates.
Doctor, good one. Okay, so write where in the big box where it has your drawing, I want you to write what your community helper is. Okay? You're gonna answer your questions and you're gonna draw a really good picture of them, okay?
Oh, the airport.
Because you're gonna research the questions if you don't know what they are.
How do they help us technically?
You guys are third graders, so you already have pretty good handwriting and good reading. Okay. Draw your person, write your name of your person here, your community helper here. Babysitter? Is that what you're calling? Yeah? Okay, that's fine.
What do you like best?
Pilot? Okay. Do we all have markers?
They take me to fun.
Has got their own?
They watch kids when they're
But Disney
That
World.
looks so good.
Yeah.
She wrote it. That's her name.
I would say we should do our questions first, and then when we have time at the end, we can do our drawing. So we get all of our good work out of the way.
How do you spell Afghanistan?
AF.
What?
Okay, let's spell it, sound it out. G-H-A-N. There's a silent H in there. G-H-A-N. That's okay, there's a silent H. S-T-A-N. Good. Okay. If you want to write in pencil, that works too. Sometimes you have a little more room when you have pencils.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Should tell them on top of it.
What color is the plane?
The plane's
Green.
Green. Green and gray.
He is.
Oh, the picture. She said. We work in the city. That's a good answer. All over the city. I see police officers all over. Wow, that's
Let's
water. Okay. They make the trimming you know are good. Have you ever seen what else they do? So they put out fires. What else can they do? Do it when someone gets hurt.
so
Do you want them to see fire and come to?
Yeah, but that's just for the.
Okay. So
yeah.
they help with first aid for people who are hurt.
People can't
as
fit in
well.
these windows.
Save people from first aid. What is it? Flames?
It's bigger than everybody else.
First aid. Okay. What is? Do you want to give them a face?
Just a little pilot wings.
Brown has like
Do you want to give them a face too?
a
It
tie.
looks a little.
Yeah.
Our firefighter's blind.
He needs what?
And he still saves
He
people.
needs little wings.
Sounds like a hero. Wow, that's a very good drawing.
Thank you.
That's a good plane.
She's gonna be an
Pilot
artist.
flies planes. What else do they fly? Do they just fly planes just by themselves?
Yes.
What else do they do? Who do they take in their planes?
People.
Me.
These
Yeah.
widows.
Good.
Fire's
Should we write that too? What they do?
small.
They fly people? They take people where they need to go?
I don't know how I'm gonna fit those little wings on there.
Just have him holding this.
They take people too. Make sure you write that.
Okay.
How are we doing
I
over
do
here?
soldiers killing people. Look.
That's very violent. I think we need to go visit the school counselor.
No.
I answered the question.
Soldiers they are community helpers. They keep us safe.
Yeah, they killed bad. He's from Bad Guy Land.
Okay.
I answered the questions.
They
I
keep
didn't
us
draw
safe,
the
don't they?
picture.
Yeah.
My brother has soldiers on his game that he plays in his room on the
They
TV.
fixed stickies. Okay. What else did they do?
One time my doctor pushed on my stomach and I
Are you
threw
sure
up.
they said loud? Why? They say lives. So they fix people getting sick and they give them medicine. So they fix
Yeah.
people's lives? I think that's a big, that's a big task. Yeah.
they fix it.
We're gonna do that once everyone's done.
Are we gonna stand up there and show them?
We're gonna hide our. That's fine. Are you guys? Can I just peek and
Nope,
make sure
nope,
you're done?
nope.
We're done. Okay, we're
what?
done. I'll
What
trust that you guys are done.
Propellers.
Okay.
Duh.
Okay, so we play with little children at your house. Keep us safe.
Food when mommy is gone.
They also probably eat all of your food too. That's for babysitting, right? Good. Okay. What do they do if you fall? They give you your birthday. Get up everyone's gonna give you band-aids. They fix it, yeah. They read you stories. They make sure you get to bed. They feed you.
Oh, he's getting.
Can we go first? Like a stand and mommy when yours are gone, right?
Yeah.
That's good. What, do you want to go first, Matt? Yeah. Okay. Oh, good face. Does he have hats? Do they need hats?
No.
No, they don't need hats.
Oh my God, why are you stealing our markers?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah. What kind of hat? Oh,
Oh, is someone flying in the sky?
Yeah,
Superman.
Oh, cool.
He's a hero.
I'm sure he's a.
What color hair does he have?
Oh, we're
Brown.
supposed to add
Guess
people.
what? Miss
Brown
Hallie
hair
gets to go
rocks.
on a hot air balloon for her birthday.
Why don't you take me?
I'll think about it.
Thank you.
I want to come.
Are we all good? Did you help, Pat?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I see you are helping. Look at you. Very good. Well, I see doctor.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay, do you want to add some color to your doctor? You just want to hot honey or rough color?
I think he's pretty.
Okay, I think he's pretty too. Do you want to help him draw working on somebody?
Okay.
Someone? Okay, raise your hand if you're done.
He has a job.
Can we raise our hand if we're done?
Everyone raise your hand. We're all done.
Nope. Okay, we'll have 2 more minutes and then we're gonna share. Okay.
It says I like.
I'm gonna go get a bit too.
Okay.
Actually, no, thank you.
I'm sure the soldiers don't really like to kill, but they are to protect our country, right? Your mom has little kids. Are they your siblings?
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sure they're just playing, right?
Yeah, they're a little.
Oh, I'm gonna go. Christine, do you want to come with me and we can go talk to?
No.
No. We'll do it.
My mom.
We'll go after the lesson. We're gonna go talk to the counselor, okay?
You go talk to my mom. She's
Well,
in jail. Her number is.
Okay. We'll talk about it with the police officer later, and then Christine talk. Christine, after the lesson, we'll do it.
Not nice.
You want me to get you?
Okay.
Beautiful.
Are we good?
We're
good.
done.
No. Okay, we have about a minute left. If you're ready, if you're ready, think about things that you're gonna, how you'll present your present.
That is our fire hose.
It's an elephant. It's an elephant. Elephant squirting water.
Fire. Where's our fire?
Okay.
Dropping
Did we use
blue
the
hair.
computers a little bit or no? Were we so smart we never really need it?
I'm so smart.
So smart.
I'm smarter.
You guys are smart.
Miss
cookies.
Hallie,
Yeah.
can we put it on there so everyone can see it?
Yeah. Board?
Yeah.
Sure.
On the Elmo.
Wait, on the Elmo.
Yep.
Elmo. Where's Elmo?
Elmo?
That's what it's called.
Why?
You're gonna have to ask Miss Fry if you don't know how to work it.
The clock is very good.
Hold it in. Can we go first?
No, we already said we were.
You go second. I come last. Second is the best.
If you want to go first,
No,
show me
second has a
by
hairy
putting your
chest.
voices off.
Actually, that's
If
third.
you want to go next, show me by keeping your
First
voices
is the worst. Second has a hairy chest.
That doesn't make any sense.
That makes sense to me.
Nope.
Your dad has a hairy chest?
Patty, give it a sec.
Gross.
We visited police officer. Get your number a little bit.
Oh my gosh, there's a dead man.
Not a dead man.
He looks dead to me.
Well, after, right after they have an accident, if Remember what she said? If somebody is shooting at somebody else, that's when police officers come in.
But he doesn't have a gun. He has 2 guns, and that person on the ground has none.
I think the police officer is coming after to help him.
Uh-oh.
Get the bad guy, right?
Why do you
No,
shoot him
definitely
even
not.
after he has the gun?
So,
That
guys,
person with 2
if you
guns
want to go,
is
you
my
can show me
mom.
by keeping your voices off. Thank you. Okay. This police officer fights bad guys. They don't really have an office. It's okay.
He works at a city.
Okay.
He kills bad guys and puts them in jail, and then he keeps us safe.
Sound good? Okay, we're good. Thank you very much. That's okay, I'll prove it. Thank you. Okay. Wait, whoa, I didn't call anybody. I'm gonna pick on the quietest group. I'm gonna pick on the quietest group. Okay, let's go on. Okay, you'll get your chance to share, Christine. It's okay. You'll get your chance to share. Okay. Who do we have next? Babysitters? Okay.
What is this?
Okay.
Actually growled.
So, babysitter. There's their picture. Helps my brother when I push him down.
Is he bleeding?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he hit his head on the side of the table and it.
You need a police officer.
Please a little bit.
Yeah.
You
Get out
firefighters,
her.
right?
Please kill her.
Firefighters and medics, and the firefighters and medics to come and help, right?
And the police.
So babysitters are community helpers,
police to
and
arrest
then they
the
get
butter.
more community helpers to make everything good, right? Okay. So what they do? Can you tell us what they do? Okay. And where do they work?
At your home. How does that help anyone?
How do they protect your community?
Keep us safe.
Yeah. And what do you like best about them? What do you like best about your community helper?
They give me food when my mommy's gone.
Probably sugary foods and unhealthy food, right?
Carrots.
Babysitters are good for. Okay, guys, good job. I like the drawing a lot.
Pick me, please.
Quietest group gets to go next. You can go. You can share. Christine, as long as you stay quiet for this next one, you can go next.
You just don't want to hear it.
We have to go
Are you
back.
kidding?
Cause you don't like us.
Nope, it's not that. Okay. Okay. So, can you tell us like your community help or who it is? Who's your community helper?
Pilot.
Okay, what do they do in the community?
Yes,
Holly?
flies planes.
Who's Holly?
Guys, voices off.
Miss Holly?
Voices off.
They spelled your name wrong.
Yeah, they spelled my name wrong. It's okay.
Hallie, they spelled.
I understand. My name's pretty hard, so people a lot of times misspell it.
But they
That's okay.
completely
Miss
misspelled it.
Holly? Okay, that's
I mean, they put
fine.
in
Yeah,
Owen.
just spell it a little differently, but that's okay. Voices off if you want to go next. It's Hallie. But that's okay.
But you put Holly.
Hallie. But you are Hallie. That's okay. Okay, so what do they do?
I like Holly.
What do they do?
They fly planes and people.
Good. Where do they work?
An airport.
Okay, and how do they protect people in the community?
They actually
You want to go next or not?
He's gonna hit Superman.
Okay.
That guy's
And
gonna burn to death. He's on the
Amy.
side.
No. What do they?
That's why he's on fire.
What do you like best about this community helper?
Takes us to Disney World.
It's to Disney World. That's a great thing. Awesome. Cool picture. I like it a lot. Let's we can clap. We can clap. Okay.
She was talking the whole time. I've been sitting back here so nice and quiet.
You can go next.
I don't want
Oh,
to.
I don't even want to go anymore.
Yeah, me either.
So this is soldiers. Okay. Can you tell us about your soldier? Go through the questions. What they do.
Well, right here is the machine gun, and then these are the people, and then this is the guy.
And he's
Okay.
holding a gun, so
How
it's
about
okay.
we talk about what they do for our community back here in the United States? Guys, seriously, you want to go out in the hall?
Why is there a marker?
Thank you. Voices off. What do they do for us here in the United States?
They fight for our freedom.
Good. Okay. And where do they work?
Afghanistan.
Yeah. Can they work other places too?
Yeah.
Are there other places around the world where
I
soldiers
saw
work?
one in my high school. My
Yeah.
sister's high school.
Yeah. So there's some around here in our community, right?
Right.
Guys, voices off. There's some soldiers who are around here, and then a lot of them are on the coasts. Like if you're in the Navy, you're on the coasts, Air Force. Do we know the other
He says
branch?
he's drowning in blood.
Oh God.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Can we finish what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, where else can they, so do we know the other branches in the military where soldiers can be? Navy, Air Force, do we know the other two?
Marines.
Marines. There's one more. Coast with an A.
Army.
Army,
What about
good.
the Coast Guard?
Coast Guard, yep, that works too. They do more
You
domestic
can't
stuff.
forget them.
Nope, you can't. They're very
He's
important.
saluting you.
Hold on, can we stop moving around, Miss Hallie? I'm a little bit dizzy. Okay. How do they protect their community? They fight for our freedom. And what do you like best about your soldiers?
That picture scares me.
What do you like best about your?
Why is it so violent?
They help us. Good. Okay, you guys can go sit down. Thank you. Great.
Will you pass me a minute?
Me too. Go next.
Yeah, I was making a
Brooke and Rachel want to go?
No.
Yeah, they do.
I want to see your picture. Can you come up and show it?
Okay.
Christine, please stop.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Please sit down.
I am.
We're good firefighters.
Okay, so here's the fire. Yeah.
Why is there an
Tell us
elephant?
about your community
It's not an
helper and what they do.
elephant.
It's a giraffe.
It's a snake,
Can
actually.
you tell us what your community helper does?
They put out fires
And,
and save people from
okay. And where do they work?
fire stations.
Do they put out fires in, homes, wherever there's fire.
Around the community.
Whoever needs them. What do they do to help and protect?
They got my cat out
Don't
of
let
the
things
tree.
burn.
Okay.
Yeah, we
put out
and
fires.
first aid.
First aid.
They
So,
have big ladders I can get to hide.
so on our other ones, on the babysitter one where he bumped his head, guys, stop. When he bumps his head, do you think a firefighter might come too with
Yeah.
the ambulance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. It's
Brad.
Like
Brad,
fire.
Christine's
They put out hot fires, good. What else? Do they risk their lives and save people?
Save people. And they like the truck.
Yeah, that's a big truck that they have. Sounds good.
That was Christine's boyfriend, Brad.
Her boyfriend's dad is a firefighter. Oh, that's Brad. Oh yeah, I remember Brad. Okay,
I
are you
don't
ready, Ian? Pat? Thank you.
Brad was
Brad's my dad.
Brad's on my desk.
Okay, Pat, are you ready?
You picked us last because you don't like us.
No, I didn't. We say best for last. The doctor's a very good community helper that I'm sure all of us want to learn about when we keep our voices off.
Yeah, go Pat.
Voices off. Can you tell us about your community helper?
Yeah.
Why are his feet
What?
stuck together?
We have a doctor though. And
Get it over so they can see it.
okay.
Why is he so...
And the little boy went to the doctor because he broke his neck and the doctor gave him a Band-Aid.
Okay. Do you think they would do some other things too other than just give him a Band-Aid for that injury?
looks like a
Maybe.
giraffe.
Do you think he'd have some surgery?
No. His face. He's a giraffe.
Like a lollipop, maybe.
Maybe a lollipop. I think they would probably do a little bit more.
I get
Yeah.
little
Give you some
stickers and
surgery.
like toys when
Do you
I
think-
go to the
Do
doctor.
you think you have a cast around your neck for a while?
No.
Your neck?
I think he's
They did the lollipop.
Look that
His
bad.
mom is a giraffe.
I think you'd have to have a really long
Probably
back.
just a boo-boo.
Does
It's
that
okay.
say hops?
Okay, can you tell us about where they work?
At the doctor's.
The doctor's office?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
we should
or
have it.
hospitals?
They
Where
dig
hospitals?
medicine.
And how do they help protect the community?
They give us medicine.
Yeah? And in this case, they break, or they mend bones, right? They help you get better. What do you like best about this community helper? That's okay.
They give us a lollipop.
They give you a lollipop, what else do they do? They help you feel better?
Yeah, and they give me a Band-Aid
He's
with
getting it.
Okay.
I think the doctor's feet are stuck
Okay.
together.
Pat, you can hear. I'll take
I'll
it.
bet.
Thank you so much. We're gonna hang these up in the
Way to be.
voices off. Voices off. We're gonna hang them up in the classroom. Tomorrow we're gonna walk about. Tomorrow we're going to talk more about what we can do as citizens in 3rd grade, and when we're older, what we can do to be good citizens. Are you good? Did we learn a lot today?
Yes.
Oh wait, hold on. Can we do one more thing? I want you to raise your hand and tell me your favorite community helper real quick. But voices need to be off. Me, thank you.
My babysitter.
Babysitter? Police? Favorite community helper? Maddie? I'll come back to you.
Myself.
Yourself, okay. Your mommy? Favorite community helper?
Oh, a firefighter.
Firefighter?
Firefighter.
Firefighter.